Welcome to the industry analysis video for the November 2021 and February 2022 operational case study examination. So the industry in question is the athletic shoe industry. Through this presentation, let's have a look at the industry so that you could familiarize yourself with the industry in a rather comprehensive but quick manner, identify some key trends, risks, and even the future of the industry. And also we'll see how you could use certain key inputs, key facts to give a better answer, and also identify how certain industry patterns, industry developments could actually be something tested on the exam day. So let's have a look at this document in detail. So this is the contents of the industry analysis. Let's look at each and every topic. What drives this industry and what are some of its key trends? So one of the main drivers in this industry which induces new players to the industry and encourages players to continue operating is the fact that this industry is characterized by high profit margins. So here we are talking about the key brands. They have high profits. If you look at your pre-scene, again, you will notice they have a high profit margin. The profit margins are high. And that is something that drives the market. So this is another point which you could be tested on, or you could mention, does it make sense to alter our profit margin so that we can sell more units, or whether it will have an adverse effect to our reputation? Because often at times, especially brands like that are eco-friendly like us are known for the fact of having a higher price means it's more premium, it's more valuable. So these are certain points from the pre-scene, from the industry, which you could be tested on. Next is another trend is the growing adoption of shoe knitting technology. I'm sure most of you are aware about it. It's kind of becoming a rather old technology now, as you would see most athletic shoes now, especially brands like Nike, Adidas. The shoes are basically knit. Next is a very key point again, which I'm repeating, which we mentioned earlier. There is a growing demand for trendy, fancy, comfortable footwear, especially among the millennial and Gen Z population. So this is where you have the note about athleisure or athletic leisure wear. So you're not wearing it for sporting, but you're wearing it for as a fashion statement. And again, there are some images of examples of how even celebrities have started endorsing this. Next is another trend is people are becoming more conscious of sustainable and renewable materials. So you would have a lot of startups in the footwear industry and even the established companies that are boasting of or who are trying to go into using recycled materials and reducing the environmental footprint when producing the athletic footwear. And also, like mentioned here, people, even non-sports persons, are now, it's not just sportsmen who are demanding for athletic shoes, but also those who are just engaging in sporting activities. Now, that's a new trend because a few years ago, we'll think about even 10, 15 years ago, athletic shoes were mainly demanded by athletes. But today, the name has to, in effect, be changed in a sense, because it is not just demanded by athletes, but by anyone who has a desire to be fit or who likes it as a statement to show as a fashion statement. Right, now we come to smart athletic shoes. This is a key trend when it comes to the key and almost like the only trend we were able to observe in the industry. That's smart athletic shoes. So that's when you include various other elements into the shoe, where a shoe is able to do a lot of other functions other than just being something you wear. You integrate technology to boost comfort, the convenience, and overall satisfaction a consumer is going to have from a shoe. So therefore, the shoe may be connected to Bluetooth, connected to your smartphone, and it acts as a very high-tech brain. So that's basically what a smart athletic shoe is. So it's like a smartphone. It's very intelligent and it could assist you in a lot of things. Again, a key point to mention, this is something that could appear on your exam day, something worth focusing on. If we could introduce, or we are introducing, a smart shoe, a smart athletic shoe, and the factors we need to consider, the risk we need to identify, and based on this, different scenarios, like how much would people endorse this shoe, certain challenges with having smart shoes when it comes to consumer privacy, so on and so forth. Now we have a little more on smart shoes, the different technologies used in smart shoes. So you could go through these 5 technologies. So in simple terms, it's basically first a technology that could measure movement, how much you move, the distance you move, how far you move. So it should have a technology to measure movement. Next is it should have a technology to measure location. So GPS technology or satellite navigation systems. Third, it should be able to identify pressure, that's body weight, and so on and so forth. Then the environmental sensors should be able to measure the light, sound, atmospheric pressure, altitude, and also then internal status sensors. That's identifying, okay. Remember, if something is smart, probably you need to charge it. So whether the battery is low, whether the memory is full. So it has internal status sensors too. So these are some of the key technologies you need to incorporate in a smart shoe. So following the same topic, smart athletic shoes, these are real world examples of companies that you and I know who have smart shoes in their offering. So we have Nike. So Nike has an algorithm and it allows for automatic lacing of the shoes. It has LEDs that shares the shoe can alert a user of low battery or a tight fit. If the shoe is too tight, it could tell the user maybe don't buy it, it's too tight. And it could survive without charging up to 2 weeks. Then you have Under Armour, who also have smart shoes with inbuilt sensors to record a number of metrics for runners, like distance, steps, stride, your pace. So right now, I would say smart athletic shoes probably is used more by actual athletics than the normal you and I. However, I'm sure this trend is changing, and soon even fashion related smart shoes, not just performance ones, will start offering smart shoes. So what I mean is, right now I'm sure it's just the athletes, the runners, the ones who are actually engaging in an athletic game, or who are sportsmen or sportswomen, who probably use smart shoes in large. So again, there's Digit Soul, who also has Bluetooth connectivity in the shoes.